Why do you go in the middle of the week to church? Why do you fast? It's not Easter.
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind.
Hey my loves and what's up babes? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I wish and I am praying that all your prayers will come true, all your wishes will come true, your vision board will be successful, and that God will be on your side this year. So for this video today, I decided to do my makeup, my daily makeup look, while I am just doing a little Q&A, but not a regular Q&A. I am going to answer questions why I follow Jesus. Because I think that why doing like a normal Q&A if I can do a Q&A why I'm following Jesus? Because I feel like us Christians, we are getting those type of questions a lot, like why do you really go Sundays to church all the time? Why do you go in the middle of the week to church? Why do you fast? It's not Easter. I've got so many questions, guys, and I feel like that so many people are still confused. So while I'm doing my makeup, guys, I'm gonna answer some questions, and if you have any question, you can let it down below. Let's go. So I'm gonna start with sunscreen and a primer from e.l.f. Why am I even a Christian and why do I follow Jesus? So I know you guys are maybe expecting a big testimony, a big story time, but I don't really have like a big testimony or a story time because nowadays so many people have like a big story to tell how they found Jesus. Some said they had like a near-death experience. Some will say that their friends brought them to church and since then they went to church. Some people say they had loads of dreams about Jesus, but for me, I was always going to church since I was a child. Like at the youngest age, I went to church with my parents and my whole family, and that was like a routine we always used to do, and this is how I just was in it, and I kept going even though when I was getting older, because we all know that some people, when they went to church as a child, and the moment they went like, you know, high school, or they get older in general, they kind of stop because it got boring or they lost interest or whatever. But I'm thankful that I didn't stop, and I'm really thankful that I kept going. So long story short, I was always going to church. I was always a Christian, and I'll say the older I got, the more my relationship got stronger. Guys, do you see how shiny my skin looks like? This is the secret of having a good makeup. Please, you have to really use sunscreen. So many people are thinking sunscreen is only when it's really hot outside and you don't want to get sunburn. I never had the sunburn, even though I can get a sunburn. I'm black, I can get a sunburn, but I never had it. But I still use sunscreen because we need that for skin. And since I'm using that, my makeup looks so much better. And make sure you use a sunscreen that's making like a kind of glowy look. Next step, I'm using the eyebrow gel from Revel de Loop. Was there a moment where I thought Jesus is real? Yes. I have so many moments where I really was like, wow. And I think one of the moments is prayer. When you, for example, like I had this moment when we had this meeting at church. I don't really remember what it was. I think it was just one big event meeting we had in Frankfurt, and I went there, and we were praying, we were singing, we were doing our thing, and I'm telling you guys, I think I never went out with that same feeling. Like when I'm telling you, when the pastor is saying if you go out you will feel different, that day I felt different. Do you know when you have like, this sounds so weird, but you know when you have like a crush on a guy? This is how I was feeling, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I had a crush. Like, I was so happy and there was so much love, and I cannot describe it, guys. This was unbelievable. And I also told my friends, like, even this other girl at my church was like, I'm kind of in love with him. I was like, same. I went out, I felt like I just got proposed. It felt so unreal. And this just shows me that Jesus is real, because I cannot imagine where I can get that feeling from. I cannot get that feeling if I'm eating my favorite food, even though I like food. I don't get that feeling when I do my makeup and my makeup looks bomb. I don't get that feeling when I listen to my favorite singer. I get that feeling when I have time with Jesus, and this is one of the stuff I like, the after feeling you're getting. Then I'm gonna use this NYX eyebrow lift and snatch. It's an eyebrow tint pen. I actually discovered very recently and I love it. Another moment I can remember was my internship, I would say. So for those who don't know, I'm a dental nurse and I did my internship 2021 and I finished 2024 at the dental office. And guys, I know I am already skinny, but I never lost so much weight because of stress. When I'm telling you guys, I lost so much weight and I didn't even notice that I lost weight. Because some people say like they gain weight and they notice, and some people like lose weight and they don't notice. But like I didn't notice that I lost weight, guys. It was so stressful. I think that was like the most stressful 3 years I had in my entire life. It was so bad. I'm so sorry. It was really so bad. I'm not saying it to sound harsh. It was really so bad. I'm someone, I barely cry, guys, but I cried almost all the time. I lost weight. I couldn't sleep. I was complaining to my friends, to my sisters. I was just waiting. I was so close to quit, because it's actually very like common that people quit mid-internship. But I'm someone I don't like to give up, especially if people like kind of want to make you to give up. I didn't want it to, and I knew that people thought I will give up. I also knew that people thought that I would not make it, but I wanted to show them I can make it, and I know I will. I was always praying. Even my mom was praying for me. And in the moment when I had my exams and I passed, I was shocked. I was crying, guys. I was so happy. I was praying to God, thanking him that he was literally on my side nonstop. Because I'm someone, I repeated classes multiple times. I repeated the second class, I think. I repeated my high school again, not the whole high school, just the last year. Because in Germany, if you don't finish it's called Realschulabschluss, like 10th grade. I only had my Hauptschulabschluss and I need my Realschulabschluss. So I had to like do that again. Then I didn't pass my Fachabitur. Guys, it was so bad. And I was thinking to myself, I will be homeless. Like, I can't even, like, I repeated second class. Hello?
Coca-Cola, hello.
And I knew, I was telling myself, if I will not pass this, I will be depressed. Like, I will have, I don't know, I will discover, like, a new mental illness. Because I could never forgive myself if I didn't pass. But then I did. And even to this day, I cannot believe that I didn't. I'm always thanking God. Thank you. Next, I'm going to use foundation. And I just realized I have 4 different foundations. Guys, this is the best foundation I ever used. It's from Kylie Jenner Cosmetic. And this is actually so good. It's giving like a airbrush look, you know. And it's sitting on your skin just perfectly and you don't feel it. Because to me, sometimes when I'm using foundation, I can feel I have something on my face. Does it make sense? Do you know the feeling when you have like a face mask, or you have like a weird texture of lotion on your face and you can feel it when you like and talk and so and move your face? Okay, that was so weird. Yeah, I can always feel it, and it always gets like in my laugh lines, like my smile lines and everything. But this one it's like your skin inside a little bottle. The other foundation I also like is the one from Morphe. This is also a foundation I really love, and it's also not expensive. Like those, maybe like not more than 30 euros, maybe like 35, depends which store and country you buy that from. Then sometimes I use this one from Revelation. I don't really like it like I like the others, but this is like, if I don't have foundation, I'm not gonna use this one. It's like very coverage, and I don't really like, because it's giving full face, and I'm not a fan of full face. This is like, I don't like it. So many people have bought this e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I think it's for people who have like oily skin or like not dry skin, because if you have dry skin, don't use this. If I wouldn't follow Jesus, where would I be now? To be honest, I have asked this question to myself so many times, because sometimes I am thinking to myself, if I would not believe in God, what would I do? I had this conversation with my friends like on New Year's, because on New Year's we were at our church, and I was telling my friends, not gonna lie, if I wouldn't be in this church today, I would be on New Year's with my friends drinking somewhere. I'm gonna be honest. And that's why I'm so thankful that I found a church that I really like. And I'm also thankful that I am following Jesus. Because I always ask myself, what would I do? Like, literally, what would I do if I would not believe in Jesus? I think that I would be in the world, like very deep inside. I think I would, like, try to find answers by, weird things. I don't want to manifest, guys, but I just know that I would find answers in the wrong way. Maybe I would follow people like on TikTok using crystals and zodiac signs, and I don't know, and I would do so many things that I'm not doing right now. Worse things, maybe. I have the feeling that I'll be very depressed. I have the feeling that I would not have achieved the things I have achieved today. For example, I don't even know if I would have passed my exams. I have the feeling that I would not have achieved the things I achieved like in my whole life. For example, I feel like I would not find my apartment where I'm living now. I have the feeling that I would not pass my exams. I have a feeling I wouldn't have the friends, like some friends I have right now. I mean, we all maybe know someone, or we all like had an experience one time, but I just know what to do, where to go to, how to handle it. But I feel like if I would not follow Jesus, if I wasn't a believer, a follower, this is a question I always ask myself, like, what would I do if I wasn't a follower? Like, to who will I go to if I have questions? If I feel sick, yes, I'll go to the doctor, but what else would I do instead of taking medicines? If I need someone to talk, like someone I have to tell something what's very deep, where I know I cannot trust this to anyone, who can I go to? Like, I need a one-on-one conversation with someone I can trust. Not everyone can afford therapy, because therapy is like very expensive, and not everyone likes to go to therapy. Like, who can I talk to? Who can I talk to who will not judge me? Those are the questions I always ask myself. And to be honest, not everyone have like an answer, And this is why I am also thankful that God have sent me the friends I have. Because I have friends, if I'm thinking of specific people, like I have this friend, her name is Alia, and all the time I'm like, God sent her to me, because there is no way. I just know I can talk to her about everything, guys. And I'm telling you, if I say everything, I mean everything. And she doesn't judge me. She's always there for me. I love her. And when you have like people around you, you just know that God sent you this person, that God wants you to be friends with this person. Because it's just, I can't describe it, guys. It's just another level. And I just think that we as girlies, we really need other girls in our life. Like, we as women, we need a woman in our life. And I know it's very hard to find female friends nowadays. It's very hard to find friends you can trust. Like, it's very hard to find friends in general. But when I think about her, I am just really happy that I found her. Literally. God can send you friends, guys. Do you know that? I had fake friends. I do. But I remember one time I was praying to God, and I told God, I don't know if it's just me, but if you really think that this person or those people are not good for me, give us a sign. And I got a sign, and I left. So for the next step, I'm using concealer and a color corrector. I have the color corrector from Morphe, And I'm using this concealer from e.l.f. And for a little brighter undertone, I have this a little bit brighter concealer from Catrice. What's my favorite Bible verse? So to be honest, I can't really pick one because I have so many verses that I like. But if I had to pick one verse, I would pick Isaiah 54 verse 17. I just love this verse because it really shows you that you don't have to be scared. Like, don't be afraid. And it's just shows me that I am protected, I'm seen, I don't have to like, worry about anything. And especially why I like this verse so much is because I can really tell when I'm being attacked by the enemy. And I feel like I get that a lot, especially at night. I am dealing with sleep paralysis. I had my last sleep paralysis yesterday actually, and I'm dealing with sleep paralysis since I was like 10, 9, I don't want to lie, maybe like 6, 7 years old. And this is like something that's following me since I was a child. So especially because of that, I really like this verse because it just reminds me that God is really by my side. Or just in general, because nowadays in this world, there are people outside there, they wish you harm. There are people, they don't like you. There are people, they just do evil eye. And this is something we have to really be careful about. And it's nothing to joke, and people think that it's only in movies, and because we live like in not in Africa, we don't have to worry, guys. You don't know what's going on in other places. And this is also where I like this verse, because it sounds weird, but I can tell when someone doesn't like me. And of course, people don't like do anything bad, but even like talking bad or wishing someone bad, I mean, when I was in high school, someone said that I'm so skinny that I will die. Yes, that's what she said. And people really don't know what like words can cause, and it's actually really crazy like when I think about it. So this is why I really like this verse, and it really reminds me that no matter what people wish, no matter what people like say, or if someone doesn't like me, Isaiah 54 verse 17. What's your favorite book from the Bible? Also here, I can't really decide like which book I really like, because there are loads of books that I really find interesting. I would say one of the books that I really like is, for example, Daniel. I just like what's happened there and everything, because it really shows how the world is kind of today. And people think that being a Christian is easy and nothing is happening. But we are lucky that we live in a country where it's not that common, that people will like, want to harm us because we believe in something. But also here in Germany, things are happening. I've seen on TikTok this woman, she lost her job because she was praying for someone. I also like the story of David because I always said it's kind of like reminding of me. Because if you read the book of David, like the story of David, it shows that he was like very young, and people were like, oh no, you're small, you're young, blah blah. And I feel it when I want to do something, or when I am doing something, that people see me as a number one, woman, number two, I am short. Like, I'm 5'2", and so many people see me, they would probably describe me as a mouse if they could describe me with an animal. Because I don't really like, I would say I'm introvert, and I am not talking with everyone, which is the reason people think I am shy, which is not true. And people automatically think that I am like scared and I'm small, and be careful. Do you really want to do that? Do you think you can do this? I mean, I remember in high school, my old teacher was questioning if I really want to be a nurse. because I really always wanted to like work with something with medicine. And he was saying like, oh, but you have to like talk to patients. Do you really think you can do that? Guess who passed her exam and is a dental nurse now? Guess who passed her exams and is a certified dental nurse now? It's me. And I also just like that David wasn't scared at all to fight Goliath, because there are some situations in my life I feel like people like to see you struggle. People like to see you freak out. People like to see you mad or sad in general. And I have noticed that people want to see me mad. People want to see me sad. And I don't know why they want to see me react. Especially, they want to see me react to certain things. And I have felt that at work the most. Because someone said to me, oh, I have never seen you like yell or get mad at someone. Like, have you ever like had a fight where you insulted someone, where you like yelled at someone? Or this other person said to me, everyone here cried at work. You are the only nurse, like the only intern that never cried because of this person. Or when people like at work yell at me and I don't know, they slam the door, they hit the table with their hand, I feel like they expect me to like flinch and like, you know, or cry or I don't know. But I don't. And this is like something that is kind of triggering people, because they really want others to like cry, especially when it's people in a higher position. They want others to like react. They want people to be scared of them, because everyone is scared of them. I'm not scared of any human being. Like, if I'm not scared of the devil, why should I be scared of a human being? You know what I'm saying, guys? And this is actually so crazy, and I also don't understand why people have this mindset, because it's so annoying. And then I also remember when at work someone was speaking to me that I get like, let's say I did a mistake and they yell at me and blah blah, and I'm someone, when someone yells at me if I did a mistake, even if I did not like did a mistake, I'm just standing there and listening and maybe like explaining blah blah, and I'm not trying to like argue or something, whatever. And this is also what sorry pisses people off, because I remember like at work he said like, oh, look at you, now you're just standing there looking at me like an angel. And I'm like, what should I do? Should I punch you? Should I like spit in your face? Should I like insult? Should I leave and slam the door? I don't I was this is my face, guys. This is my face. And I have got it from so many people that have like Bambi dreamy eyes, and I'm so sorry. And then he also said like, oh yeah, you can't really fire her because she will look at you with her big brown Bambi eyes. And I'm like, next I'm using this Halo Glow contour from e.l.f. This is actually really good, guys. If I ever feel too worldly for Christians or too Christian for worldly people, yes, I have felt that so much, guys. Like, especially, I mean, I would say it's both. I can't really decide which one more, because I'm someone, if I maybe see other Christian creators or other Christians in general, and I see how close like their relationship is with God, or when I go to church and I see how people pray, or when people really like talk about certain things, and to be honest, sometimes I can't really join the convo because I don't know what to say, I don't know how to say it, and I'm impressed at people, how close they are with Jesus. And then I always think about like, maybe I'm saying to myself, oh, they are talking about this and this musician, and I'm here listening to, I don't know, Nicki Minaj or The Weeknd, and I'm like, oh, I actually am not allowed to listen to that. I shouldn't listen to it, but they are not listening to it, and they listen to Sinach and Mercy and blah blah. Or when they talk about like how long they have fasted, and I'm like, oh, yesterday I was at the bar with a friend. This is like me, and sometimes it sounds weird, but I sometimes feel like I'm behind, or I can't sit with them. And this is actually sad to think because I know that God doesn't want me to think like that. That's why I don't make myself feel like less of something or feel like, that I'm low and I'm nothing. I'm trying not to think like this. And I know that the enemy wants me to think like that, but I will not. And the opposite, yes, I feel Christian like when I'm like with worldly people. Like for example, in school, especially at work. And I had this convo with one of my coworkers one time, but when I'm using this liquid blush from e.l.f. as well. I also had like experiences where I felt too Christian when I was like with worldly people, especially like at work. I have noticed this. I was speaking to one of my coworkers and it was lunch break. I was watching like my show. I think I was watching Grey's Anatomy, and then we started to speak about movies and she asked me if I have like ever like watched a horror movie or if I can watch it because some people are like scared. And I was like, yes, I can watch horror movies. And then she asked like this other coworker, she was like, yes, me too. And then she said like that there's a study that said people who watch horror movies and they are not scared, they are most likely to unalive someone. And then she asked like this other girl, like me, would you like ever like unalive someone? And I said no. And she was like, really? Not even like your worst enemy, not even like someone you don't like? I was like, no, I would never kill someone. Like, why would I shoot that? Like, why would I do that? And she was like kind of shocked because later she like asked this other employee and she was like, yes, I would kill. And then she mentioned like people who are also killing others. And I was like, I even can't do that. Like, it's a sin to kill. Like even if it was not a sin, I couldn't do that because I'm someone, if I would think that I took someone's life, I could never sleep. Like I just know I could never sleep if I've done this. I would lay in my bed and I would think about this every night. Next, I'm using this loose powder. It's from Wet n Wild Banana. I actually got it from Amazon and this is actually so good. And this is like a reaction I got from people when they like hear that we go like regular to church, or I post like a lot of Christian content on my Snapchat story or on my Instagram story, or when I'm in church I like just show that I'm in church, when there's like a nice Bible verse on the screen, I make a picture and I post that. And then I have like a friend who texted me and saying like she reacted to my story saying, oh, you're like at church all the time. And in my head, I'm like, is it like something bad? Is it like what people from the world think? Is this how we look? Like, is this how we look for them? Do they think we are like strange? Is it like odd for them? Do they think we're weird? Because I feel like we Christians, we get this reaction like a lot from people in the world. And to me, it's nothing bad. Like, come on. Next, I'm using this eyeshadow palette from Revelation. I don't know if this still exists because I got this from a advent calendar Christmas last year or the day before. Is there anything that Jesus did for me? Yes. And one of the things I am really thankful for is that he gave me confidence. Because if I'm thinking back to the old me, and if I mean the old me, I'm talking about high school me especially. Like high school me, I was shy. I was like zero self-confidence. I was scared to even raise my hand in class and say something. I couldn't even go to the store and ask where the milk is. I was so there were even times at school I went to school with makeup all the time. I was like, oh my god, no, I don't look good. What if there's a cute guy, blah blah blah. I hated my black features. I hated my lips, I hated my skin, my hair, my nose, my eyes, everything, guys. But I always was praying to God. I was like, please give me confidence. Please, I don't want to be shy anymore. I want to have confidence. I want to be able to stand up and say no. I want to be able to just say something. And I knew the older I got, the more he gave me self-confidence. Because if I would look back to the old me would never make this video. The old me would never even have TikTok. So many people have asked me like, oh my god, Princess, how can you make TikToks? Aren't you embarrassed? Isn't it embarrassing? Oh my god, you posted this weird TikTok. Why do you post that? Why not? I'm not scared. So many people are saying, oh my god, aren't you scared to go to work the next day? Aren't you scared to go to school? What if I laugh? They can laugh. What now? Like, I'm not scared. Won't my bills be paid if they laugh? Will I lose a leg? No. So what are we worrying about? Next, I'm using this mascara from SheGlam, and this is actually my favorite. And I have something I don't gatekeep. Before you put mascara on, put some oil on your lashes. I'm using castor oil. Don't take any regular oil. Just take oil for hair or for your skin. I put it on my lashes and it makes my lashes look more realistic, because I feel like when I put mascara on, it's kind of dry, you know. It's the same thing if you brush your hair and you don't put conditioner. So I actually discovered if I put oil on my lashes, it looks so much better than if I don't put it. What's the Christian book I am reading at the moment? So to be honest, I am, you see how my light is, you see the light? So either there's something in my room or there's a snowstorm outside. I think it's a snowstorm. And yeah, I'm sorry guys, I think the light bulb of my ring light isn't working, so I hope that this looks still good. So the last steps, I'm gonna do my lip combo and I make sure that I use some lip balm because I have very dry lips and it's very cold outside. Then I'm using this lip liner from Maybelline New York and it's the number 776. Then I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss. This is the color BLG14. And I will continue with this lip volumizing lip booster from Catrice. And I actually think they don't have this color anymore. And last but not least, I'll just put some clear lip gloss. So actually, I am not a fan of books. That's why I actually don't really read. Like, guys, the only book I'm reading is one book that's not a Christian storybook, and the Bible. Yes, those are the only books I'm reading, but I wanted to start to read more, so I bought last year a book from Apostle Shamini Gisa called Incubus and Succubus, and it's actually really, really good, guys. If you are struggling with remembering specific dreams or like dreams in general and attacks at night, guys, just get this book. I have actually also read a book from Stormy Omartian, When Women Pray. I think I was reading this like before COVID even started, so I can't really remember the title. I think it was When Women Pray or What Happens When Women Pray. So this book is for women and it's actually really, really good. Guys, if you have any book recommendation, like, just let me know, because I wanted to read more this year in general. And yes, and now I'm gonna use setting spray. I always use two different setting sprays. I discovered this one and this is actually really, really good. This is from L'Oreal Paris, like, how do you pronounce this? And I really like it. Like, you can really feel it on your face that it's holding your makeup. But before I use that, I'm using the SheGlam Press Refresh setting spray, because not only it smells very nice, like vacation coconut, but I like when my makeup looks fresh and like glowy, you know, and not very, very dry. Like, this is kind of like, it's giving hairspray, so I like to put this at first and then this. So guys, this is my new makeup look and I actually really like it. Like, it's not too much, but it's something. And I updated my makeup a lot. Like, I'm not using that much fake lashes or eyeliner because I feel like it's I don't know, I like something natural looking. Sometimes I'm using fake lashes and sometimes I use eyeliner. But I feel like my eyes water a lot, so I don't have time to fix my eyes, you know. We girls know how it is, the issue when like your eyeliner is not eyelining anymore because a tear is dropping, not even crying. And this is literally so annoying, but I actually like this look. So guys, that's it with my video. I hope you really like it. If you have any other questions, let it down below. You can also answer the questions I have answered. And if you have any video recommendation, just let me know. Bye.
Live like a dealer.